Hey, what's going on? Um, it's like here's some more like hard truths of this time. It says, "Many shall be offended and shall betray one another. Thou shalt be betrayed by friends, family, loved ones, children, and parents." That's a that's a sad truth in this day, but it says that Jesus hasn't come to bring peace because by standing for the truth, it puts you at odds with the world, and everyone basically does right in their own eyes in times like these, and it's more relativity. So you can't serve the two masters, man. So it puts you at odds with one another, and it's just and plus another thing about the times, there's like a spirit of, it says the sin of witchcraft or like rebellion. It's rebellion basically. So it's like it's in the times, man. The spirit of the times is very rebellious times, and these are it's very rebellious house. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to forgive people. It's like you actually like it says that you actually have to pray that they may prosper in full. You know what I'm saying? Basically, it's like I pray that you be prosper in full in the will of the Father. You know what I'm saying? To His use. I pray that you be what is that called? You be a vessel fit for the Master's use. You know what I'm saying? That's the way you got to deal with people. It's like this thing right here, dude. Just stand in here. It says iron sharpen iron, men sharpen men, right? But that's when you're training with your buddies, right? In real life, man, you got to get like by the because you're standing for the truth, man. But all this resistance and this is what is polishing the stone inside of the sand here. You know what I'm saying? And I see that this is part of what's going on. Is like, look, the faith is being tested, the work is being perfected in people, or or to the opposite effect. Look, the cup of iniquity is what is it? It becomes full. You know what I'm saying? What is it? It's something to that effect, man. When in other words, man, it's either there's time to get righteous or go all the way to the cup of iniquity, which is to, basically, is to be cool with betraying one another, because that's basically what it's about. It's like love thy brother as thyself. If you have to betray another to save your own life, like God's gonna let you know, He's letting you know that, like, look, that's what they're gonna try to do. So you got to know that it's gonna be tough when the people start turning on you, like for real, for real. Because I mean, look, just when a person scolds you and rails aloud, there's a record kept of that. The phones can hear it, the microphones can hear it, and they arm the enemy. So I mean, even whether they realize they're doing it or not, just by gossiping, just by getting offended and then railing, there it's adding. It might not even be true, but yeah, it's documented. So it's like your word cursing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you gotta learn to recognize word curses and cast them down. Cast down vain imaginations. You know what I'm saying? And you got to realize that these things must take place. You know, because that's how the cup of iniquity becomes full. Is when people finally, fully, willingly turn over to the Willie Lynch. You know what I'm saying? The Grand Willie Lynch, the Albert Pike situation. Basically, the Albert Pike Muzzini letter situation. So the Bible, even the evil societies corroborate what the Bible was saying. So it doesn't matter. You can. It's not like I'm a what is it called? An apprentice of Albert Pike because I've heard of his documents. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it, so it's like they're straight up laying out the plans. of what they're gonna do. I mean, a person who would ignore that and not look at it, it's like, look, in a way, it's like to be forewarned is to be forearmed, and to gather intel is freaking send scouts and get a look at what you're up against. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get caught off surprise, so you send out some people to test the situation. But it's like today I seen that the cloud that was a sheep, man, it reminded me that literally that we are sheep amongst raving wolves, man, like mad dog lunatics that literally are set on fire of hell and death. You know what I'm saying? Like really, and I mean that's not a joke. It's not just an allegory. It's an actual fact. With the word curses, it's kind of like there's a part where Jesus was trying to preach, and then these dudes like basically dissed him, and the disciples were like, "Jesus, should we pray that fire come down and devour these guys like Elijah?" And Jesus says to him, "Ye know not what spirit ye are of." He goes, "I came that to give men life more abundantly, and not to destroy man." You know what I'm saying? He came to grant him true life. You know what I'm saying? Like set him free from the matrix, the illusion, the strong delusion. That's kind of what it translates to. And also free from death and the wages of sin, which is death. It's like though the body may die, the soul goes on. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing right there.